My name is Martin Mwangi. I'm a scientist in Wageningen University in the Netherlands, but I'm from Kenya, and I grew up as a farmer's son. I grew up growing coffee, harvesting coffee, taking coffee to the factory, and that's how I got my pocket money and my school fees, and that's how we pay the bills. And so I'm very close to agriculture. One of the things that African young people face, to put it in a broad term, because there are many problems, is access to markets and access to capital and access to expertise. And when I say expertise, I don't mean universities where they can learn these things. No, it's after the universities, access to mentorship by people who are actually already success leaders in agripreneurship. And so what happens is that I am a young person. I want, for example, to go into goat farming, or I want to go into chicken farming, or I want to start planting vegetables, but I don't know how can I do it. How do I access the market? Where can I get microfinancing? Where can I get credit? And when I do that, how can I negotiate for a loan which is actually comfortable for me? What are the elements that I can look into so that if I take a loan, I am sure I will pay off and not be labeled as a defaulter? But also, young people in Africa don't have assets because, of course, land is the major asset that Africans have. But land is still in the names of their parents, their fathers, their mothers, their grandparents, and it's not being transferred to the young people. Sometimes it's because of the land tenure system, and sometimes it's simply because the old people don't trust the young people with this kind of big, expensive assets. Yet, when the young people go to the banks, to the microfinance institutions, to anybody who can give them credit, they are asked for assets. So they have beautiful ideas, but they have no access to credit, and therefore the ideas die in their dreams. I think agripreneurship is a window, and probably a very big window, through which young people in Africa can make an impact in their own lives. And this is because agripreneurship provides opportunities for one to not only utilize their skills, but also put into practice everything they have been taught through the formal and informal education systems. So formal is what they went through in school, and probably somebody has a degree in agriculture. Informal is the old wisdom, the old African wisdom, which they have accumulated over time from their grandfathers, their fathers. They know exactly what works in the vicinity. And so agripreneurship gives them an opportunity to do this, but for profit. And when they are able to put the ideas into a farm, for example, say they decide they want to plant French beans, or they want to plant cereals, pulses, or they want to keep pigs, or they want to keep chicken, or they want to plant cassava, or they want to grow to go into cocoa farming, but in a modern way. Maybe they are also technologically advanced, so they like the whole idea of connecting information technology, so computers, with farming. Agripreneurship gives them all these opportunities. And while they are at it, they make some money. And when they make some money, they not only A, employ themselves, but B, put food on the table for their families, C, have a very good nutrition for their kids. Therefore, they are able to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty and malnutrition. That means they are able to invest in the future generation of their kids. But while they're doing it, they're very psychologically happy, because they're not having to look for a job in a company that has probably a direction which they don't even believe in, but they're there just for the job. They don't have to migrate to foreign countries where they don't even feel like they fit in. No, they can do exactly what they like to do, make money while at it, employ themselves, be their own bosses, and be masters of their own destiny. And I think this is the missing link. 60% of land in Africa is still unexploited. And that there lies a huge opportunity for our young people to go back, and they know what they want to do. They already have ideas. The only thing that we need to do is point them in the right direction, give them some tips and tricks, make them access credits, access markets, and also show them that sometimes they need to form partnerships, cooperatives, so that they can be able to attract the attention of bigger investors. And if we do this, what's going to happen is we are going to have small micro enterprises, which in the future will be big companies. There will be manufacturing companies. There will be value addition centers. We will have products made in Africa or for the world. And the young entrepreneurs that we see now hopefully will become the first agribusiness mentors of the future, so that future generations don't have to go abroad looking for mentors for their, for their agribusiness. They can go to the neighbor's farm, because the neighbor started as an agribusiness young person, and they can get all the tips and tricks. And there is this movement of trying to pull each other up in Africa. The only thing that has been a problem is, how do we do it? And that's why I think an agribusiness alliance is one of the steps, probably the most important step in bringing everybody to the table and asking everybody, what do you need? And how can we help? Can we connect you to somebody maybe? Maybe you need an advice of who to approach for credit. Then we are talking. So that's the first step, but everybody has to be willing to come to the table, and then we can take agribusiness forward.